Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley's WWE return has caused a lot of buzz within the wrestling world. Her relationship with Dominic Mysterio has hit a wobble recently, due to Liv Morgan's actions while Mommy was gone. This has caught the attention of Jey Uso, who seemingly wants to be with Ripley. The YET Master even asked her out following Raw, while the Judgment Day member confirmed that Jey has her phone number. This seems to indicate the two might be put together, at least for a short period. While this is a harmless way to further Rhea Ripley's saga with Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, not everyone is happy with it. Jey Uso's father, Rikishi, has blasted WWE for putting him in this angle alongside Mommy. The Attitude Era legend feels that his son should be chasing titles instead. Speaking on his podcast Rikishi Fatu Off the Top, the WWE Hall of Famer urged the company to push main event Jey, given how hard he's worked to get over. Rikishi criticized his current angle with Rhea Ripley, also mentioning that he is happily married. It remains to be seen how long Jey Uso remains interested in Rhea Ripley, especially with a potential bloodline reunion on the horizon for the record-breaking tag team champion. Any potential relationship with Jey Uso would simply be a side plot for Rhea Ripley, who is focused on winning back her Women's World Championship. She will challenge Liv Morgan for the title at SummerSlam, with Dominic Mysterio seemingly caught in the middle. While he claims his loyalty to Mommy, Dirty Dom still interacts with Liv Morgan. This could be a sign that Mysterio will betray Ripley and reveal that he was in cahoots with the Women's World Champion all along. Where the story goes from there is another question entirely. In a business that thrives on spectacle and constantly pushes the boundaries of entertainment, WWE has often been a master at blending athleticism, drama, and storytelling into one sprawling narrative. However, sometimes, even the most experienced minds in the industry misstep, and it appears WWE may have done just that with a recent creative decision, putting Jey Uso, one of the prominent members of the legendary Anoa'i family, in a romantic angle with the dominant Rhea Ripley. Rikishi, the Hall of Famer and father to Jey Uso, real name, Joshua Fatu, has expressed his displeasure at this storyline, and his reaction has sparked conversations about respect, family heritage, and cultural sensitivity in professional wrestling. Rikishi's concerns aren't just rooted in personal feelings for his son, but also in the larger context of how the Anoa'i family and the Samoan culture are portrayed in mainstream media, particularly in a company like WWE, which has a global reach. The Anoa'i family is one of the most influential in the history of professional wrestling, producing stars like The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and of course, Rikishi himself. Their bloodline runs deep in the Samoan tradition, which holds family, respect, and honor in the highest regard. This is not just a storyline, it's a way of life. The Anoa'i family has always been a representation of the strength, unity, and cultural pride that has defined the Samoan people in professional wrestling for decades. For those familiar with Samoan culture, it's easy to see how a romantic angle between Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley might be seen as out of place, especially considering the family's tight-knit bond and its strong connection to tradition. Rikishi, a proud father, has always emphasized the importance of family honor in his own career and in how he raised his sons. So it's no surprise that he would feel unsettled by a plotline that seems to trivialize the very principles his family holds dear. Jey Uso, in recent years, has been one of WWE's most compelling characters, particularly with his involvement in the Bloodline storyline alongside Roman Reigns. His journey from being a loyal tag team partner to his cousin Roman to eventually standing up for himself and breaking away from the Bloodline was one of the most emotional and powerful arcs WWE has produced in recent memory. Fans witnessed Jey struggle with his identity, his loyalty, and his desire for independence, making his character one of WWE's most authentic and layered personas. Enter Rhea Ripley, the current Women's World Champion and one of WWE's top stars, known for her imposing presence, athleticism, and charisma. While the idea of pairing Ripley with Jey Uso in a romantic angle might have initially seemed like an unexpected choice, it quickly raised questions about the motivations behind the pairing. Ripley is a dominant force in WWE, and her rivalry with various superstars, including Dominic Mysterio, has become a major part of her persona. Her association with Jey Uso feels somewhat forced, particularly because it doesn't fit naturally into either character's ongoing storylines. It also runs the risk of overshadowing the more meaningful elements of Jey's narrative, especially his personal struggle for autonomy within his family. Pairing him with Ripley doesn't seem to build on Jey's character evolution. Rather, it distracts from it, creating a jarring shift in focus that doesn't feel true to the heart of his story. Rikishi, in his role as a father and a seasoned veteran in the business, has every right to be concerned. His reaction is not just a personal one. It's rooted in how WWE has approached a sensitive aspect of family dynamics in professional wrestling. In an interview or a social media post, Rikishi expressed his discomfort, stating that he felt WWE had lost touch with the cultural significance of family within the Anoa'i bloodline. The Uso brothers, Jey and Jimmy, have worked hard to carve out their own identities while honoring their heritage, and it seems that this romantic angle could undermine that progress. Rikishi's discontent also touches on something deeper: the notion that WWE may be using the Samoan family and their history for cheap entertainment rather than portraying their stories with the respect and authenticity they deserve. While wrestling fans are used to seeing romantic storylines thrown into the mix for dramatic effect, there is a certain responsibility that comes with telling stories involving people from real-life, culturally rich backgrounds. It's important to recognize that Samoan culture, like many indigenous cultures, places a high value on modesty, family, and respect. Introducing a romantic angle with someone like Rhea Ripley might be seen as disrespectful to these principles, especially when it doesn't serve the larger narrative of Jey Uso's growth or contribute meaningfully to the overall storyline. WWE is, first and foremost, an entertainment company, and like many other entertainment giants, it has sometimes struggled with balancing cultural sensitivity with its drive to create drama. The company has a long history of controversial storylines that pushed the envelope on what is acceptable, from the infamous Attitude Era to more recent controversies surrounding its depictions of ethnicities and cultural tropes. While WWE has made strides in the past decade to improve its portrayal of different cultures, with characters like Roman Reigns and the Usos becoming beloved faces rather than stereotypical villains, this romantic angle feels like a regression. It's as if the company has chosen to lean on a cheap, sensationalized version of what could be a deeper exploration of the Uso family's emotional and cultural journey. The use of romance in wrestling storylines isn't new, but when it intersects with a culturally significant family like the Anoa'is, it runs the risk of feeling tone-deaf, especially when such an angle doesn't respect the family's established identity. Rikishi's upset is more than just a reaction to a storyline involving his son. It's a broader commentary on the need for WWE to be more mindful of how it portrays people from diverse backgrounds, particularly families that have helped shape the company's history. The Anoa'i family's legacy is built on hard work, family values, and respect, and any storyline involving them should reflect those principles. While WWE is known for its unpredictability and larger-than-life storylines, it must remember that real people with real histories and cultures are behind these characters. Jey Uso's journey deserves to be told with integrity, and any angle that risks diminishing the significance of his character's evolution should be approached with caution. For Rikishi, it's not just about protecting his son's image. It's about ensuring that the legacy of the Anoa'i family is honored, both inside and outside the ring. Wrestling fans, especially those familiar with the rich cultural heritage of the Samoan people, will likely continue to watch this situation closely, hoping that WWE will take a step back and reassess its approach to storytelling with a more thoughtful, respectful perspective.